Tiger, how are you today?
I'm fine, Randy, thank you.
Good to see you. How's everything going?
Fantastic.
Family's all good?
Absolutely.
Good to hear. Hey, I'm a little bit excited today, Tiger. We've been talking recently about getting you out of the UVL underneath your full size, right?
Absolutely.
I think I have what's going to be the best of both worlds for you. It's the new and improved VMI slide away lift. It's going to have all the features and benefits that's going to work for you and your family.
Great.
Sounds good?
Sure.
Let's take a peek.
Cool.
Tiger, when I open up this door, what's the first thing you notice?
There's no lift.
You're right, no lift there. Well, there's a lift, but it's over here. That's part of the slide away features. The second post, the dual post, slides over, allowing for unlimited view for people to get in and out of the vehicle, right?
Yep.
You said, I know you have a teenage son and daughter. They're going to be able to get in and out of this vehicle without having to run that lift and without having to step over anything, using the steps that come in the vehicle. That's going to be a great benefit for them, correct?
Absolutely.
They're going to love it. One thing you're going to love, I know the reason you got the UVL was because you like to recline the seat back, and with a normal dual post lift, you can't do that. Well, because this one slides over, you now can recline this seat back, and you're going to be able to take those naps when you take those long trips. It's going to be a benefit for you, which is ultimately what I'm looking for, is how to benefit and make this thing work for you, correct?
That's great, yeah.
Good. You're going to like this a lot. And I really think your kids are going to like being able to get out of the vehicle without having to do anything major. All right, Tiger, there it is, the new redesigned slide away lift. What do you think?
It's nice and compact.
It is nice and compact. It's nice and over here. The dual arm will slide over here in a little bit, but what else do you notice about it?
It looks more mechanical.
It is a little more mechanical. There's some extra parts inside the vehicle, and that's to get the lift to come together as one. So it's going to require some extra parts. If you'll notice, there's also some extra decals. It has some of the do's and don'ts. It's very important that you read and understand these, along with the owner's manual. It's very important that you read and understand the owner's manual. And we'll go through that at the very end of our demonstration. What I want to do now, though, is I want to deploy the ramp. You can use the pendant. It's got a stow, deploy, and an up and a down. So I'm going to deploy it, but I want you to listen real quick. Did you hear something there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's clicking sound. What it's doing is it's locking in place. I want you to watch here as I stow it. Right down here, it locks the lift in place, so it makes this lift not move around a lot. That's going to keep your rattling down on the lift. I'm going to deploy it. As I deploy it, you'll notice that the slide away makes the second post start to come over. At this point, you can let go. Now we're going to push the down button. You can push the down button on the pendant, but you can also use the switch arm. So whichever works best for you. Lift does have a 600-pound capacity. You can get up to 800 pounds if you need it. Lastly here, if you watch, the roll stop causes those to go down, allowing you to go right out of the lift. So Tiger, on the pendant, we have a stow and a deploy and also an up and a down. We're going to make the lifts to start go down now. Also on the switch arm, if you notice there's a switch here, you can make the lift go up and down. So you can continue down. So you can use the pendant or the switch arm, whichever is going to work best for you. The lift has a 600-pound capacity. You can get an 800-pound kit for it, but we know that you're not going to need that. If you watch here at the end, though, the automatic roll stop is going to cause that flap to go down and allowing you to get right off the vehicle. So Tiger, I want to talk to you about a couple safety features on the lift. First of all, the safety feature is you always want to make sure that you deploy onto level ground. We've done that here, obviously, but make sure when you're in parking lots and on streets that you're not on any kind of wobble. It's got to be a nice level ground for the lift to get on. Another safety feature I want to talk about is if this lift were to be in the down position and you were inside, if you cross this threshold, you're going to get an alarm. That's going to tell you to stop. When you hear that, don't go any further, because that means the lift is not in the right position for you to get on the platform. Good safety feature because it's going to protect you. Some of the benefits, this lift is 42 inches in length. You can get a 48-inch lift, but I know that you only need the 42 inches. It's got 30 inches in width, so it's going to fit you and your chair perfectly. There's adjusted wheel stops, and what those are for is our technician's going to match your chair to those wheel stops. So when you reverse onto here, it'll tell you exactly where to stop your lift. That's going to allow the adjusted roll stops to come up. That's going to get the lift up for you. Another safety feature is it meets all FMVSS requirements. It's going to be a great lift. It's going to meet the safety and some of the features and benefits that you've been looking for quite some time. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
I love that you would agree with that. I'm going to show you some more features and benefits. Tiger, let's get you up and in the van.
Cool.
Have you on the lift there. Now you know to go in backwards.
Oh, yeah, it's the safest way to go on any lift.
Absolutely, it's the only way they recommend you get on the lift. You got the wheel stop back there for your back wheels. Again, that's going to allow for the automatic roll stop to come back up on the vehicle. You want to take it up or do you want me to do it?
I got it.
Whoa, taking charge, I like that. Now obviously you have your two kids, you know to never put them on the lift with you. It's meant for you in the chair only.
Oh, yeah.
Good. Up and in with ease. How did that compare to your UVL?
It's a lot quicker.
A lot quicker. That's going to be a great benefit for you and your family.
Absolutely.
Great. Tiger, I want to talk a little bit about the lift itself. What you have here is you have dual hydraulic cylinders on lifting arms. So these are your lifting arms. You have your hydraulic cylinders on both sides. In here, you have the housing here, you have a hydraulic pump. That's what actually runs the system.
I noticed it has a counter on it.
It does have a counter. What that counter is for is that's going to count how many times you're using the lift. And that allows you to follow your service intervals. When we go over your service guide, there's certain levels you want to make sure you're going into your dealer and having your lift serviced. The other thing I want to talk about is on your UVL, you were telling me that the backup system is a little bit hard for you to operate.
Yeah, it's a real pain.
It is. Well, this one's nice. Basically, you have this hole here. You're going to insert that into the hole back there, and that's going to allow you to pump up or down the lift, whichever way you're going to go. Why don't you go ahead and give that a try? As you see, as you're pumping, it's bringing the lift in, and the more you'll do it, it'll start to bring that dual post, and it'll start bringing it over.
It's a good job for my son.
Yeah, it's a great job for your son. And it's a little bit tough, but it's always there for a backup. It's a backup system. Tiger, why don't you come on out now? As you're getting on the platform, you always want to make sure that you're on the flat surface of that platform. So you want me to do it this time?
No, I got it.
All right, go for it. One of the things I want to show you is I'm going to put this back up for us. There's some maintenance things I want to hit you with just so you understand them. Tiger, I'm going to store the platform here. I want to talk to you about a few things. One, you're going to want to do a daily inspection on your lift. Just make sure that everything's in working order and it's where it should be. Also, if you notice down here, this track system, you want to keep it free of dirt and debris. You get a little dirt in there, it's real easy to use one of those compressed air cans that you use to blow off your keyboard at home. Simply get in there and blow some of that dirt and debris out. If it seems to be like a lot of that, you would want to get to a VMI dealer and let your VMI dealer get in there and clean that out for you.
How often should I have service done on the lift?
You know, service is going to be in your service manual. You're going to want to follow the service guide in there, so you're going to go when it tells you to, or if you think there's something wrong, you're going to want to get right to a VMI dealer to get it taken care of.
Okay.
Also, we've had this going up and down a lot. You're going to want to make sure if you're stowing and deploying your lift that you have the battery on and you turn the vehicle on so it's keeping the battery charged. What you don't want to do is have this go up and down and all of a sudden you've drained your battery in there.
Okay.
We've gone over a lot today, and I know that that's a lot for you to digest, but I really think that this is going to be the lift that you said that you wanted, that you think is going to work for you and your family, and it gets you out of the UVL and gets you into something that's going to work better for you. Would you agree?
Absolutely.
What do you think our next step should be?
We should go for a ride.
Let's go. You want to go for a ride?
Sure.
Let's go for a ride in your new car.
Okay.
All right, buddy.